And then I'm going to go to mute all. Okay, so. All right, so we're ready to start. And today's class is focusing on our back and our abdominals. We are going to begin on our back, and we're going to have our knees touching and our feet wider than our hips, or, you know, about a little bit wider than your hips is good. And then bring your head back down to the mat. And then a really good thing to do is to tap your tailbone, kind of lift it up and lower it. And that helps to just bring you into the moment. And you can tell your body it's time to focus on your yoga practice. And let's bring both hands to the low belly. Your knees are touching, feet are wide, and close your outer eyes. Make sure that your chin's in line with your spine. And let's just take a moment to swallow and soften the muscles of the face. And just allow your breath to be natural. And this breath that we're going to begin with is called beauty breath. And it just reminds you to breathe fully and to make sure that your exhalation is pushing all the oxygen out of the body. So we're going to inhale for the count of 5 or 6. We're going to pause, and then we're going to exhale for the count of 5 or 6. And you're just observing your belly expand when you inhale, and then that breath move up from the belly to the middle thoracic spine, and then to the top of the lungs, and you pause, and then you exhale that breath all the way back down. All of your attention, all of your concentration is turned inward to your breath. And you're noticing any subtle sensations in the body. Just paying attention, enjoying this moment of being quiet, being still, allowing the body, the mind, and the breath to connect. The next time you inhale, we'll go ahead and open the eyes, and we'll move the knees so that they are hip distance apart. So we'll walk our feet in a little bit, and then we look at our knees and make sure they're upright. And we're going to just bring our arms out to the shoulders, and we're going to let our knees just float to the right, and we'll turn our head a little bit left. And just relax those feet. So if you get a little cramp in your feet, just let them go. And then when you inhale, let's lift those knees up, and we'll go to the other side. And we'll turn our head to the right. And now let's just do a few of those, and then just notice how your spine feels. If it feels good to hold it, hold it. If it feels good to float, float. Let your breath move your legs. Remember, when you inhale, the breath lifts the knees up. When you exhale, the breath lowers the knees down. Okay, next time your knees come up to the ceiling, let's pause for a moment. And now we're going to bring our arms into trident pose. So it's like a goalpost where your upper arms are in line with your shoulders, your hands are up like a goalpost, and we're gonna just strengthen our neck here and work our abdominals here. Okay, so you're gonna inhale, you're gonna feel a little tunnel under your lower back. You can exaggerate it just to start the movement. And then you can exhale, push your sacrum down, lift your head up, and we're just gonna strengthen our neck and our abs. And then we lower back down and we inhale, feel your pelvis move away from your heart. And then when you exhale, you press the sacrum down, you lift the head up. You hold it as long as you want to hold it. And then now you just move. These are spinal undulations, but we're adding a little neck strengthener. Remember, when you inhale, there's an arch under your sacral area. When you exhale, you press your sacrum down, you pull the navel to the spine, you lift the head up. Let's do one more. And then just relax your spine in a neutral position. Now bring your hands to your hips. And now press your sacrum, press those hips away from your heart. Exaggerate that movement, and then exhale, pull in and really pull the navel to the spine. So you press your sacrum down, you can squeeze your glutes slightly, and then you inhale, push the pelvis away from your heart, exhale, squeeze in. Now continue with that movement. It's just a nice warm up for your lumbar spine. Move with the rhythm of your breath. The next time you exhale, let's go ahead and just draw your right knee into your chest. Let's straighten the left leg. We'll pick up the head. We'll bring our chin to the knee. We'll lower the head back down. We'll switch legs. When we exhale, the head comes up. When we inhale, we release the leg. You don't have to pick up your head. If it bothers your neck to pick up the head, just keep your head down on the floor. Okay, so next time you are finished with one leg, let's go ahead and bring those knees so that they are hip distance apart. We have our feet flat. Your feet are hip distance apart too. So we're gonna inhale and let's just take your right leg up to the ceiling, and we'll hold on wherever we want. Just get a little bit of a gentle hamstring stretch. You can flex your right foot and point. You could use your strap if you're uncomfortable with your hands behind the calf, or the hands could be behind the knee or the thigh, wherever you want to have the hands. Make some circles on the ceiling and reverse your circle. Let's bend that right knee. We'll bring the right foot down. We'll extend the left leg up, and then just gently draw the leg in. So you want to just be very mindful that you're not overstretching, because we just started class. Always being kind to yourself. You can point and flex if that feels good. We can make some circles. And we can reverse. And just notice if this leg feels any different from the right leg. Let's go ahead and bend your left knee. Okay, so this is a little bit of a fun little movement. We'll go ahead and take our arms out to the shoulders. Now pull the low belly in, press your sacrum down, inhale, the legs come up to the ceiling here. Okay, now you're gonna exhale. We're gonna let our knees go wide and our big toes are touching here. So this is a movement. We just inhale, the legs come up to the ceiling. And then we exhale, we open those knees. Now that might be the wrong breath. So let me just redo that, you guys. Take the legs up to the ceiling. So this is better, okay? Okay, now inhale, open those knees up wide. And then exhale, take the legs up and try to extend up a little bit with your tailbone. That'll really help you with the abdominal toning. So we inhale, knees wide, and then we exhale, come up, and you just try to lift your tailbone a little bit. So inhale, and then exhale. You're really focusing on your abdominals when you lift a little bit, and when you exhale. Inhale, fill the belly, exhale. Okay, one more. You can do it really slow, it feels good. So then bring the both feet back down to the mat. Let's go ahead and grab the big toe on the right foot and let's just make some, you can make some circles. Let's just make a few circles here and then reverse your circle. Reverse again. So you might be using your strap or you might be just grabbing your big toe with your index finger, middle finger, and then you reverse again. Okay, now let's grab the arch of the foot. And you might use your strap or your hand, and we're gonna just draw the right knee down towards the floor. And I have my left arm out at my shoulder just for balance. And then I lift the leg up and then I lower. Trying to get that knee towards the floor. And then you just continue, you lift and lower. So again, listen to your body. Skip any stretch that doesn't feel right for you. So next time you bend the knee, try letting it go out to the right and see how that feels. And you can hold it for a moment or not. You can bring the knee in and then bring the foot up, and you can bend the knee and then open it out wide to the right. I think Sharon loves this position, so does Kathy. Bend the knee, lift up, bend the knee and out to the side. So we're just opening the hip a little bit. Okay, so the next time you bring the knee in towards your heart, let's just hug that knee in. Pause for a moment, take the leg to the ceiling, and then just hold on like we did earlier, just to see how that leg feels now. Just notice the difference. The quieter you become, the more you hear. Really struck me when I read that Ram Dass said, the quieter you become, the more you hear. Let's go ahead and bend that right leg, tap it a little bit. When you're ready, let's go ahead and bend the left leg. We'll hold on to the big toe and we'll start with some circles. And you could be doing baby circles or big circles. And you can reverse. And reverse again. And reverse, one last reverse. Notice how this left leg feels compared to your right. When you're ready, let's grab the arch of the foot and we'll lower the knee down towards the floor, and then we'll lift it up and we lower. Jill likes this one too, right? Karen, Janet. I saw Lori's name there, Wendy. We always have like 3 Wendy's. So you're just lifting and lowering. When you're ready, if you lower, and then if you want to take it out to the left, you could. And then you bring it back in, and then you take it back up to the ceiling, and you bring it down, and then out. And you hold it as long as you want to hold it. Bring it in. We're just oiling the joints, moving that synovial fluid around, having some happy joints. That's interesting, happy joints. Okay, when you're ready, we'll hug that left knee in. We'll squeeze it in, and then we'll take it to the ceiling, and one more time, just get a little bit of a hamstring stretch. Close your outer eyes for a moment. Connect to that invisible thread of energy. Bringing the breath into the nostrils. And then out through the nostrils. And then we'll go ahead and bend that left knee. We'll tap those feet a little bit. Let's go ahead and bring the soles of the feet together. Let's bring those arms overhead if we don't have a shoulder challenge. Or we could bring our arms out to the shoulders or down by the side body. But let's just pause here. And then consciously breathe into the low belly. This is a good time to contemplate what is it that brings you back to your yoga mat. Do we practice yoga to be more aware, to be more mindful? Do we practice yoga to be more flexible, to be kinder? There's many different reasons that people come to yoga. The next time you inhale, let's place the right foot on the left knee. Now you didn't move the left leg at all. Take your left hand to your right knee. Let's bring that knee to the left, and now turn your head to the ceiling or to the right, and then just melt, let go. Breathe consciously into that low belly. Okay, now straighten that right leg, and then maybe you can hold on to the foot, that right leg. And then you'll get your IT band or that outer right thigh. You could use your strap. So if you feel really good, if you want to try, you can take your right hand and grab the top of your left foot, and then you can just try to draw your legs away from each other. And then try to relax your head down to the mat. And just pay attention to where you feel your stretch. Actually directing your breath to that space. Asking the muscles, the tendons, the ligaments to release and let go. Let's release our feet. We'll bring the soles of the feet back together. So your knees are wide, the soles of your feet are touching. Pick up your left foot, place it on the right knee, take your right hand to the knee, and then bring your knee to the right. And then your head goes to the ceiling or left. And then you just close the outer eyes, you open the inner ears. You pay attention to the rhythm of your breath. B.K.S. Iyengar said that the reason that the Iyengar yoga places so much emphasis on alignment is because it creates a deep engagement of your mind. And at the same time, it balances the body, the mind, your spiritual body, your physical body, your mental body, your emotional body. If you'd like to straighten your left leg, you could hold on to the foot with your right hand. You can just do that. You could use your strap to loop around the arch of your left foot, and your right hand grabs the strap, and then you can pull as much as you want or just lightly stretch, or you can take your left hand back to your right foot and you can hold on to both, and then you try to draw your knees away from each other. You try to get as much lengthening in those tendons. And then you just close your outer eyes again and you breathe consciously into the low belly. Feeling the coolness of the breath through the nostrils when you inhale. And then feeling the warmth when you exhale. That's why we breathe through our nose primarily, unless you're instructed otherwise. because the nose has a filter that filters the debris from the air before it comes into the lungs. Let's very slowly release. Bring your knees in, and let's go ahead and hug both those knees into the chest. Rock around, get a little massage for your kidneys there, your low back, your middle back, thoracic spine. Okay, so we're gonna just work on our abs here. So let's bring the feet back to the mat. The knees are bent. We're gonna loosely clasp our hands behind the head, okay? So pick up your head, make sure your body is in a straight line. That's helpful. Now, without putting any pressure on your head, your hands are kind of just to support your head. So don't jerk your neck up here, you guys. So we're gonna take a deep breath. So we inhale together, and then we exhale. We just come up with our right elbow to our left knee. So the right elbow comes towards your left knee. The left foot picks up. And then you inhale, you come back down to the mat. And then you exhale, the right knee comes in to the left elbow. So now you move with your breath. Don't come up with your head, your chest, until you're exhaling. When you inhale, you're relaxing. When you exhale is when you come up, and you're pressing your sacrum into the mat when you come up, so that you do that nice toning for your abdominals. You're strengthening your back muscles. Try to make a little sound with your breath. That sound of the ocean, you should hear that when you exhale. When you inhale, remember there's the tunnel. When you exhale, you come up. Okay, one more on each leg. Whenever you're done, we'll go ahead and let those knees go wide. We'll release the hands behind the head. We'll just take this moment to pause, to rest our facial muscles, to rest our abdominals. Turn your head a little bit to the right. Turn your head a little bit left. Just get any kinks out of the neck. The next time you inhale, let's bring those knees up. Let's bring our knees to one side of our mat. It doesn't matter what side. Let's go ahead and roll all the way to that side. And then we'll press up onto all fours, hands and knees. And we'll move those wrists below the shoulders, the knees below the hips, and we'll do some cow cat poses, whatever your favorite cow-cat poses are. Last class, I showed a different one. So you can do either one. This is the other alternate cat-cow pose, where you inhale and then you exhale and you round your thoracic spine, you go back. The next time you come forward to hands and knees, let's go ahead and get neutral here and then tap the tops of the feet. Curl the toes under, press your hips back a little bit just to stretch. See if you feel a stretch in your toes. Come forward, let your shoulders go a little forward of your wrist and then press back again. Be cautious with your knees. The next time you come back up, let's go ahead and turn our fingers towards our knees and then just move your chest a little forward, move your chest back, your hips. Be a little cautious here, of course, with your wrists. Let's go ahead and come down to our forearms, and we'll take the hands wide and just spread your fingers wide, I should say. And then look at your elbows and then move your shoulders over your elbows. Let's curl those toes under, and then let's lift up into dolphin pose for a moment. Trying to bring your heart towards your thighs a little bit here. And then inhale, come forward and you come into a forearm plank here. You pause, and then we press those hips inch by inch by inch by inch by inch by inch up. And then we come forward. Make sure you lift your kneecaps when you're in forearm plank. And belly in, and then a lift, and then you can lower. And then when you come back down, let's go ahead and lower all the way, the belly down to the floor. Let's turn our head to one side, doesn't matter what side. Bring your arms behind you. Open and close those fingers, make a fist, squeeze and release. Notice the stretch in your neck. Notice your breath. The next time you inhale, bring your chin to the mat. Let's turn the head to the other side. Let all of the weight just melt into the floor. The next time you inhale, let's bring that chin to the floor. We'll go ahead and bend our right knee. We'll try to hold on to the ankle. And if you can, we'll dorsiflex that right foot. So press through the heel on that right foot. And then maybe lift a tiny bit, lift and lower, or just stay still. If you're feeling a stretch, then you just stay right there. If you want more stretch, you bring your knee in a little closer to your left knee. And then we'll release that right ankle. We'll bend the left knee. We'll hold on with the left hand to the ankle. We'll dorsiflex the foot, and then we'll just pause. And if we want more, we'll lift and lower. And if you'd like to bend both, you can hold on to the ankles, you can dorsiflex the feet, you can lift your legs here together, and you can lower your legs down, you can lift just your heart, and then lower the chest down, you can lift those legs, you can lift everything, and you can rock. You can roll all the way to the side. That's kind of fun if it doesn't hurt your chest. You rock from one side to the other, you're still holding on. And come back to neutral, we can release, and then we'll go ahead and press up into child's pose or puppy stretch. Take a moment to close the eyes, to pay attention to how the body feels. You can always bring a block to your heels so that your hips don't go back that far. That can be helpful if you have a knee that talks to you a little bit. The next time you inhale, let's come forward to hands and knees, and let's just, again, do a little more core work. So we'll go ahead and take that right leg back. We'll flex our right foot, move your shoulders over your wrist, drop into your right hip, and then extend your left arm out. Now reach out towards the front of your room, and then exhale. Let's bring the knee in and the elbow in. So we inhale, we reach, try to find balance, and then we exhale in. And one more. And then we change legs, change arms. When you're ready, the left leg comes out. You flex the foot, pull your belly in, then the right arm comes out. We inhale, and then we exhale. One more. And then when you come back to hands and knees, let's just let those hips go to the right, let your hips go to the left. See if you feel much of a stretch. Maybe make some circles. And then reverse your circle. And then we'll go ahead and come back to neutral. Let's go ahead and take that right foot up by the right thumb. And we're going to move that left knee back. so that you get a nice extension. Maybe move the right foot a speck to the right. And we're gonna go ahead and lift up our left knee. Okay, now look at your right knee, make sure it's over the ankle. Okay, so this one we're gonna take the right arm out front. And we're gonna just circle it up to the ceiling and then back by the right hip. And then we're gonna just circle again. So we're gonna do 5 circles. Okay, when you've done 5, what I want you to do is reverse, go backwards. Your right arm goes back and up and down. Now you could do 3, if 3 works for your body, you could do 1. Whatever works for you. Whenever you've completed that on the right leg, we'll go ahead and switch legs. We'll bring our left foot forward. We'll move it over in the left lane. Move the right foot a little bit in the right lane. We'll lift up our right knee. Pull the belly in though, that's the secret. The left arm comes forward, and now we just consciously make some circles. If you wanted to have your right knee down, then bring your right knee down. Maybe that feels better. Still a great stretch either way. When you've done 5 in one direction, we'll reverse. And then when you've completed that one, let's go ahead and rest in child's pose or puppy stretch. Knees could be wide or knees could be together. And then we just pause. We tune into the natural rhythm of our breath. The next time you inhale, let's go ahead and inhale. Come up to all fours. Let's get our blocks up here towards the top of your mat. Let's bring that right foot up by the block. So I'm going to scooch my right foot up as high as I can get it so I feel a nice stretch. But make sure your right knee is at a 90-degree angle. And then with your hands on your blocks, let's go ahead and lift up your left knee. Turn your left foot to the side so you're angled, 45-degree angle. Square your chest, pull your belly in, and then come on up to Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. So just extend those arms up and just feel your pose here. Now, take your arms back. Reach back. Just for chest expansion, bring your hands back to your blocks. You can scoot your left foot in a little if you need to. You might be too far. Now bend into your right knee and then inhale, come up. Reach and then exhale, draw back. Back. With those arms. And then come forward all the way to your blocks. Ungrip the toes on that front foot. One more. Inhale, come up. Exhale, draw back. Bring your hands back to your blocks. Let's go ahead and take your left arm forward. Inhale, the left arm comes up, and then you just gracefully came up into Warrior 2. Let's do our counter stretch, lean back on that left leg, look up at that right arm. Inhale, warrior two, draw that knee right, belly's drawn in. And then exhale, right hand inside the right foot on one block or maybe two blocks. Bring your left hand behind your back. Try to hold on to the top of that right thigh and then try to open that left shoulder more to the ceiling. Bring your left arm back up. Let's go ahead and extend back up into warrior two. Do your counter stretch. Lean back. Inhale, come up, and then exhale, let's straighten the front leg. Now lift all 10 toes, draw the belly in, engage muscular energy. So that helps you to draw all the energy to your core. Extend that right arm a little bit, and then come into your favorite triangle pose. Left hand could be on your hip. The left hand could be to the ceiling. The left arm could be at the left ear. Now let your left arm pull you up. Do your counter stretch. Lean back, look up at that right arm. We're going to do another triangle. Inhale, come up. Exhale, extend, and then down. And try to open that left hip to the ceiling. Tuck your right hip under to me. Keep your breath moving. Making sound with your breath redirects the wandering mind. Let's do one more triangle. Inhale, come up. Exhale, counter stretch. Inhale, arms to your shoulders. Exhale, extend and down. And breathe. Your eyes could be looking down at your right hand. Your eyes could be parallel to the floor. You could also be looking up, which depends on your neck too. Come up slowly. Do your counter stretch. Lean back, look up. Now go ahead, windmill. Right hand leads the way, left hand follows. Let's just do a nice down dog. We haven't even done a down dog yet, so let's just press those hips away from the hands. Try to get as much space in that spine. So you're creating freedom and length in your spine. Maybe wag your tail. Maybe lift to your tiptoes. Keep those kneecaps lifted though when you're in down dog. Okay, let's together inhale, come into plank. Okay, exhale, come on down according to your practice. Inhale, coming up with your heart, baby cobra, sphinx, or up dog. Turn to look over your right shoulder. Come back to neutral, turn to look over your left shoulder. Come back to neutral, press back up to your down dog. Adjust your feet if you need to. Lift those kneecaps. Drop your shoulders down your back in down dog. Let's go ahead and bring your left foot up between your hands. So just your left foot comes up between your hands. So we can lower our right knee down to the mat to get that left foot up there, whatever we need to do. have your hands on your blocks. Let's turn that right foot to 45-degree angle. Line up your left heel with your right heel. Square your hips. Inhale, warrior one. Let's pause. When you pause is when you tweak the pose. So if you're a little bit out of alignment, you adjust. We're going to extend up with our arms. We're going to exhale back with our, all the way back. And then we bring our hands down. We inhale, extend up to warrior one. We exhale, pull those arms back, back, back. And we come back to warrior one, or to hands to your blocks. Inhale up. Exhale, pull those arms back. Bring the hands all the way forward. Lift the arch of your right foot. Ungrip the toes on the left foot. With your breath, your right arm is going to lead the way. So your right arm comes out, and then you just come up gracefully into warrior two. So your right arm leads the way, your left arm lifts to your shoulders. Now we draw the knees away from each other. We pull the belly in. We're looking left. We have active legs. We're going to do our counter stretch. We lean back on the right leg. We look up at that left arm. We inhale, warrior two. We exhale, side angle. So side angle could be your left forearm on your thigh, but active left hand, or your left hand could be inside the left foot. It could be on one block or two blocks. So just noticing your breath here. Noticing your muscles. We are so grateful that we have muscles. So let's come up slow and mindful into warrior two. Let's do our counter stretch. We lean back, we look up at that left arm. We inhale, warrior two. We exhale, straighten the front leg. We lift all 10 toes. We zip up the belly. We extend to the left and then come down wherever your arms come down to. Try to tuck your left hip under and try to open your right hip to the ceiling. Try to make some sound with your breath. So remember, if your mind wanders, that's what you need to do. Just go back to your breath all the time. Your breath is what connects you to your body. It grounds you in the here and now, helps you to be present. Okay, let's come up slowly, mindfully. We do our counter stretch. We lean back, we look up at that left arm. We inhale, arms to your shoulders, and engage muscular energy first. Extend and then down. And breathe. Don't let that head drop down. The head needs to be in line with your spine. So as you hold triangle pose, you start melting further down. You know, sometimes people are way too low and they're all cramped up, but inhale, come back up, do your counter stretch. With your breath, inhale, bring your arms to your shoulders. Exhale, extend, and then down. So that's the magic that happens by holding our poses, that the body starts to melt more. It releases its grip. Let's come up slow and mindful. Let's do our counter stretch, lean back, look up. On this one, we're gonna change. We're gonna inhale, bring our arms to our shoulders. We're gonna exhale, bring our hands to the hips. You're gonna turn your right foot to the left, towards the left foot. And we're gonna go ahead and make sure that our feet are in a straight line. So the arches are lined up. We're gonna lengthen up through our spine. Always creating space first. Inhale here and then exhale. Let's just float down, just letting those arms come down wherever you want, letting your head come down, maybe to your blocks. On any level, you could let your arms go through your legs, and you could pulse here if you like, or you can just melt. One of those stretches that you can just fall asleep in. Feels so delicious. So let's go ahead and do a twist together. Make sure your hands are below your shoulders. And then we're gonna do it a little bit different. We're gonna take both hands a little bit towards the right leg, and then take your right arm up to the ceiling. So you try to have the legs straight, but if you need to bend, micro bend those knees, go ahead. And then bring your right hand down, walk your hands a little bit towards your left foot, get long in your spine, push the tailbone back, then your left arm comes up to the ceiling. And then bring your left hand down. Let's do it again. We'll go to the right. We'll extend that right arm up. Make sure you extend the crown of the head long away from the tailbone. We'll bring that right hand down. One more. We'll take that left arm up to the ceiling. We'll bring that left hand down. We'll go ahead and bring the hands directly under the shoulders. We'll toe heel the feet a little closer. We'll come down into a squatting position. We'll bring our hands to the heart if we're comfortable. Try to lift our sternum here. We can bring the hands in front. Let's go ahead and straighten those legs up and just relax your head, relax your neck. Come back down into some kind of squat, whatever feels good for you. You can rock forward, you can rock back. Let's bring the hands in front again. Press those hips up and then melt your heart. Relax your head. Hold on to your elbows here. Bring your chest a little to your right leg. Bring your chest a little to the left leg. You can bend the knee. Again, to the right leg, to the left leg. Let's come back down into squat here. Again, last squat. With the hips nice and low, we'll go ahead and bring the hands back behind us. We'll let our tailbone come down. We'll bring the soles of the feet together. We'll scooch the pelvis a little bit towards the ankles. We'll hold on to the ankles. We'll lift our heart. If we have a beach towel or a little pillow that we'd like to sit up on, our hips underneath the buttocks, that's great to do that. If you're comfortable, we just close the eyes. We try to keep our heart lifted. Let's go ahead and straighten those legs out. We'll shake them out a little bit. We'll reach back and grab that flesh. We pick it up and then we sit nice and tall. Let's go ahead and just bend your right knee and we'll grab hold of the big toe again. And we're gonna pull the knee back and then we're gonna extend it out. So this is just bow and arrow where you extend out and bring it back. When you inhale, you extend the leg. When you exhale, you bring it back. One more. And then we'll take that right leg down, reach back, grab that flesh, bend your left knee, grab the big toe, and we'll extend out and back. Bow and arrow. And then when we bring that left leg forward, just shake them out again. Let's go ahead and just pick up the behind the right knee. We'll cross the right leg over the left, dorsiflex that right foot. We'll go ahead and bend the left knee. We'll walk our pelvis up towards that left heel. Now dorsiflex your right foot. Press your right knee away from your heart. And now we'll just close the outer eyes and we'll just breathe into wherever you feel your stretch. I'm going to watch the timer here. You can release out of the pose anytime you need to, but we're going to try to hold this one and really let those muscles release. Any tightness. Make sure your face is still relaxed. Feel the breath go in through the nostrils. There's a little vibration actually when you consciously breathe into the nostrils. I'm watching the clock here, but you just focus on the gift of yoga, the gift of being quiet, the gift of quieting the monkey mind. That's 2 minutes, so we'll come back to our elbows just for a moment and we'll rock our knees to the right, and look a little bit left. Inhale, bring the knees up, and then exhale to the other side. Come back up, go again. Whenever you come back up, let's go ahead and shake those legs out, straighten them out, reach back, grab that flush. We'll go ahead and grab behind the left knee. We'll bend the left knee, we'll cross it over. We'll go ahead and bend the right knee, dorsiflex your left foot, and then move your hips up to where you feel like that's the right spot for you. You should make sure that your right ankle is in line with your right hip. So sometimes that foot gets a little bit catty corner, but make sure your left foot is flexed, and then draw your left knee away from your heart, and then you can just soften the muscles of your face. You can close the eyes if you're comfortable. You can soften the jaw by separating the teeth, by relaxing the tongue, by being aware of the muscles. Try to keep your heart lifted, drawing it towards your left knee, but then drawing your left knee away from your heart. Notice if your breath is deep and full. Notice if your breath is short and shallow. If it's short and shallow, it reflects an agitated mind. For 15 more seconds, and we'll have done 2 minutes on this left leg. When you're ready, we'll open the eyes. We'll come back to our forearms. We'll lower the knees to the left. We'll look a little bit right. We'll come up with the knees and we'll go to the other side. Couple more. Whenever we come back up, we'll go ahead and come all the way down to our back. We'll hug those knees in into the heart, rocking side to side. Holding on to our ankles. Let's go ahead and close the outer eyes. Just let your knees be as wide as they'll go. And let your forearms press into those inner thighs. So you get a little bit more stretch. We can reach the arms under the calves. We can grab the tops of the feet and we can have a little fun in our yoga practice. We can clap those feet together for arf, 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 seal pose. We can rock our feet over our head and roll back and clap and then roll over and back. Just to massage the spine. Makes you feel young. We can move into happy baby. We can rock from one side to the other. You can straighten the leg when you move to that side if you like. Try to draw your tailbone down when you're rocking back and forth in happy baby. And then we're going to go ahead and just shake out those legs, shake out the arms. This is our fountain of youth pose when the legs are up above the heart. And go ahead and massage those legs a little bit. And then we'll go ahead and bend those knees. We'll straighten out the legs on our mat. We'll pick up our head. We'll make sure that there's no tension left anywhere in the body. Let's lift just your right leg. You're going to squeeze that right leg tight, 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 and drop it down. We're going to lift the left leg. We're going to squeeze it tight, 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 and drop it down. We're going to lift the buttocks off the mat. We're going to squeeze those glutes tight and drop. And we're going to pick up those arms 1 inch off the mat. We're going to squeeze those palms into a fist. We're going to squeeze those hands a little bit tighter and drop. And now pick up those shoulders up to the ears. Squeeze those shoulders up really tight and drop. And then picking up the head, bring your chin into your chest. And then gently lowering the head back to the mat. Squeezing the whole face up like a raisin. Let's squeeze that face up and release. Now open those eyes. Open the mouth, stick out the tongue, and we're all going to say, ah! Just stretching every facial muscle. Turn your head side to side. Keep your legs straight or open those legs wide. If you're keeping your legs straight, you move almost as wide as your mat. If you would like to bend your knees, you let your knees knock just like we started class. The feet are wider. That just supports your mat over to the wall. You can do legs up the wall. Just move your head side to side so you make sure that your head's in a comfortable position. Your palms could be up. Your palms could be on your belly, just like we started class. Whatever your favorite Shavasana pose is what you should be doing right now. And we take this moment now of sealing in the work that you've done. And without any further physical movement, we mentally massage the body, starting with the toes and the bottom of the feet, the tops of the feet, the ankles, the calves, the knees, the thighs, mentally massaging the pelvis, the abdomen, the stomach, the chest, the arms, shoulders, the neck, and the face. slowly, gently bring your awareness back to this room. Bring your awareness back to your breath. Following your breath in, following your breath out. Wiggling your toes a little bit, wiggling your fingers. When you're ready, stretching the arms, stretching the legs, bending one knee and then bending the other knee, rolling to one side of your mat, pausing for a moment, and gently pressing up into a seated position. And then bringing our hands to our hearts. And together we say, Namaste. Thank you for coming to yoga today. Have a wonderful week, everyone. Go ahead.
Thanks, Kat.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you, Kat.
Thank you, Kat.
Oh,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
My back thanks you, Kat.
Thanks,
Yay.
Kat.
Oh, you're welcome, Annie. You're welcome, Clint.
Thank you, Kat.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Have a great day, everybody.